Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Tovia. I'm going to show you guys how to make these blistered garlicky green beans. These are so super easy to make, and these are very similar to what is at the Chinese takeout. So here in my Pyrex measuring glass, I have 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, a half a teaspoon of vegetable bullion powder. To that I'm going to add a half a cup of water. Also, there was like a quarter teaspoon of sugar in that as well. And I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Going to take your whisk everything together. After whisking everything together, we're going to set aside. In my large skillet, I'm heating up some peanut oil. You can use any neutral flavor oils such as canola or refined coconut oil, vegetable oil. It's totally up to you. So I have French green beans here. This is a 1 pound of French green beans that I've already trimmed the ends, and I rinsed them and I allowed them to dry. You're going to need them to be very dry. So my oil's hot. I'll just take one of my dry beans and press it in. It bubbles, so my oil's pretty hot. So I'm going to go ahead and put my green beans into the oil. I have my slotted spider. I'm working on medium-high heat. I'm going to just cook everything, moving it around. Just going to cook the beans until they begin to blister. Now, if you want, you can do this in the air fryer. You can spray the beans down with your oil and air fry it. I was saying like maybe 2-minute increments, tossing them and cooking them just until they get nice and blistered. So normally this will take about 2 minutes maybe. Sometimes it takes less. So I'm just going to continue to cook these until they're... So the beans are beginning to blister and they're beginning to get kind of wrinkled, and that's what we're after. And this happens pretty quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my beans from the oil. You see they're all nice and crinkled. Once we remove all the beans from the oil, we're going to pour some of the oil out of the pan. We're going to reserve like 2 tablespoons of the oil. So my pan is still hot. I got my reserved oil. So to that I'm going to add 3 cloves of garlic that I just sliced. And we're working on medium-high heat. I'm just going to move the garlic around, cooking the garlic. Just keep moving it just until the garlic begins to brown. So the garlic is brown. I'm going to get our sauce that we made earlier. Just going to re-whisk it. Just to re-whisk any of that cornstarch is settled. Pour it into the pan. It's going to come to a boil. It should happen pretty quickly. So I'm just going to let this cook for just a minute. And we're still working on the medium heat. So after this has cooked for a few minutes, we're going to turn the heat off. And our green beans, I'm just going to toss that back in. And the heat is completely off. I'm just going to toss the green beans and that garlic sauce. And that's it. Now it's ready. We're going to serve it up. So here are the beans. They're done. I'm going to give them a taste. Please hit the thumbs up. Share this video. Leave a comment down below. Also add this video to your playlist. And don't forget to follow me on social media. So these didn't take very long at all. They're nice and tender. Just get a taste. Delicious. Super delicious. Easy to make. If you want to add more spices to this, by all means feel free. You can dust this down with black pepper. I'm going to do that once I sit down. But feel free to change this up how you like. This is just the basics on how to make these garlicky green beans. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. Please remember to live and be well, and let's do what we can to come together and love each other. Thank you so much for watching and supporting.